everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly readings. This one will go for the period 19th to the 25th. I just want to say, remember the readings are only general. This is the reading for Scorpio. If it doesn't fit Scorpio, don't wear it. Okay. I am using the After Tarot for your reading. And I'll pull you a card from the Miss Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck at the end. Oh, that's your card. It's also the card of transformation. You may be going through some sort of changes at the moment. I feel like for some of you it's changes around perhaps the way you see the world or the way you live in the world. And I think you may be understanding that perhaps your perceptions aren't always as things are, which is quite interesting. Oh, I was going to move that and it's stuck. Okay. We have the Six of Cups coming through here. Now, the Six of Cups is a card about the past. It can relate back to our childhood. It can be about something that's happened along our way that we need to revisit. It can be about childhood trauma, family, staff. It can be about your own children. And it can also be someone returning from your past. Ace of Swords coming through here, and you know how much I love the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords for me is a brand new start, but this time it's different. This time you have clarity. This time you're starting out with all your ducks in a row. This time you really got it. You know what you want and you're going for it. I feel that you have perhaps started to correct some sort of learning, core beliefs about yourself. Some sort of understanding that perhaps you adopted about how things were, that you're trying to understand how now to move forward with this newfound knowledge that you have, but it's very clear. Okay, so you're taking on the energy of an Emperor, which is really nice. Now, when you're in the Emperor energy, you're using your experiences to guide you, but you're not, because the Emperor can be controlling. And it can be someone who tries to control their journey. And I want to say to you, I think you're trying this without control. I think you're understanding how to let things go now and move forward. There seems to be some energy of release here. And I feel like through that transformation that bounced out at the beginning, you've got a different idea on how you want to move forward. Because you're letting go of a lot of pain and hurt here. Maybe through meditation, or maybe because something has come across as an epiphany to you. Maybe you've had some sort of realization that's put you on this track. But definitely something from your childhood that you're letting go that's created some pain for you in the past, but now you're understanding how to move forward and not try to control it anymore. Okay, let's get a bit more information. Wow, okay, so we have the Devil card coming out here first, and it could be this energy as well that's held you back. The Devil energy can be about fear, it can be about addiction, it can be, you know, doing things a certain way and expecting a different result, so driving something, being bonded to something, maybe being tied into a way of thinking that's not serving you any longer, but definitely some sort of feeling here that you're allowing. It could be codependency, and it certainly could be addictive behaviours. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands coming through. It also represents Capricorn as well. The Eight of Wands coming through. So something here is happening. Okay, I think I know where they're going with this. All right, so you're closing out some sort of cycle here. Definitely. And it's something to see, it's something about how you saw your world. And I got that energy straight up. This is about, sometimes we get so used to seeing things our way or seeing the world in a certain way. And it's sort of like you're trying to change or trying to understand how not to control things as much, how to leave things to flow more. You're understanding that perhaps you've been living your life a certain way and things are starting to change for you here. I really like this because you're putting down this burden now. It's like you're taking your power back. It could be that you have had some sort of insight. Could also be the way you love. So for many of you, this may be the way you love. Definitely closing out a cycle though, which is really nice. So whatever this is, you're about to say goodbye. Okay, I feel like you've perhaps been dealing with a Capricorn here. Can also mean you're learning to ground your energy more as well, which would be a good thing. But I feel like there's love coming in here, or there's love coming in. I think you've seen this person as being perhaps a very solid influence for you. Two of Pentacles coming here. The Sun card, very nice. You've got some really nice cards here. So whatever you've done here, whatever you've faced, whatever transformation, I will get another card to clarify the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's to do with a love offer and whether you move forward. Okay, I want to say to you here that something that perhaps you've had around you since childhood, maybe a way of learning, maybe a way of doing things. There's some sort of situation here that you're getting a chance to have another go at, and it could be with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, in particular with a Capricorn. I feel that things didn't go very well the first time around. I think you've been stuck in this sort of a very strong control of things, trying to control things, to make things. Maybe you had a way of doing things, maybe you have a way of seeing things that stems from your childhood, and maybe you're realizing what you got, what you didn't do right, or maybe what you maybe faltered on. If I knew what it was, I'd tell you. But I feel like whatever this was, there's some sort of moment here that you, because the Wish card is behind this too, which is really nice. Some sort of realization, some sort of awakening you've had here through transformation of some kind. Okay, I'm trying, there's so much coming through here, and I just want to know that I've captured it for you to understand. There's something you've been doing that perhaps you've always done a certain way because you felt that it was right, it was the way you learned as a child, and I feel like it's got something to do with the way you have relationships, the way you love people. Sometimes what we do is we keep going and trying things our way because we think that our way is the only way. And then something happens and we realize that we've sort of had some sort of mask or some sort of not seeing things in a way that they should be seen. I feel like you've got an opportunity here to have some sort of new relationship. It may be a return of an old one, but it feels to me like you're getting an opportunity to do something again that you didn't get right the first time around. Now I feel for a lot of you here, this may be that when it happened, there may have been a reaction here in that tower just to sort of walk away from something. And I think you've had some sort of idea, realization about how you did things here and how you should do it differently. I feel that somebody's making you a love offer here, and there's sort of like this deliberation on whether you should try again, whether you should give this one a go, whatever it is. There is definitely some sort of offer coming in here, but I think because you've had this change or this way of seeing things differently, that things could go a very different way this time. Sometimes when we've used to this devil energy, we might have done things many, many times and not realised we had a part to play in that. Okay, so I have the Metal King coming out here. Now the main themes of this one is discipline, armour and boundaries. That makes a whole lot of sense already. Okay. The Metal King is strong and arrives to lend you his impenetrable shield of protection. No matter who sends you criticism or jealousy, you will not be hurt. This ally also prompts you to think about setting healthy boundaries. When you do, no matter how uncomfortable that task may be, everyone will benefit. He asks you to make sure you know where you end and another begins. Others' emotions are not yours, no matter how empathic you may be. Another of the Metal King's messages to remind you how important it is to have a healthy sense of self-esteem. It's a good time to shine and be proud of what you have accomplished. I wonder if this is about like trying not to work through things. Perhaps you've just been used to the idea of just walking away straight away without working through the energies. And reading that, I'm thinking it's possible that you could get overly emotional about it and walk away before you've given yourself an opportunity to work through the emotions. But I'll leave that with you. Thanks, Scorpio.